Alright, y'all. Welcome back and welcome in both. A brand new creation here, even though I haven't gone over a number of the other ships that I've built. I just keep coming up with ideas and going with it and running along. But right here we have what I call LeatherNeck. Or you can name it whatever you want, change the colors. You can call it a Vanguard something. This thing came out beautifully. Now there's two things I'll be pointing out once we get to the teardown of it. But this is a beaut. Now I did start out with all Nova abs. Then I was like, wait a second, I just built a military type vessel with Nova Galactic habs, which would not make sense for this kind of build. So I guess this caters to a more specific fan base. It's up to you, you know, if you like it, like it. If not, you know, tear it down, build it how you want. But this took a lot of trial and error to figure this out, what to do with what and where and how without completely glitching. There's a couple of flip glitches in the front with the Nova cowlings, but that's no big deal. Down we go. We're gonna check this baby out. There are a lot of weapons on this. I have not taken it into Serpentis yet, but I am very eager to. So,
Hey, what can I do for you?
tear down my ship.
How about it?
Alright. This is the LeatherNeck. I don't like the way the spines came out because they're brown on the side when I want them to be like green. So, color 1, no, color 2. I'm going to go forward and back with that slider just to give me access to the original colors I had. And I think we're just going all green on the spine. Yeah. That makes... Yep, that works a lot better. I like that. Before I screw this up, let me save it. And then... Oh, the doozy, tearing all of this cosmetic stuff down. But our lasers... Oh, there's a lot of weapons to cover too. Basically, I have 4 Hunter Mag 450 missile launchers. I have 6 of these Vanguard Hellfire Autocannons. I have 4 Dragon 251 UV lasers. 2 on the top, spine C. 2 on the bottom, attached to the Nova cowling 2L port front and starboard front, or starboard 4 port 4. This thing, I have a feeling, is going to decimate. Alright. You know what? I should have exploded this before talking to you all. Just gonna move stuff. Break down the habs. Top. Mid. It's gotta move over. That's gotta move over. And then bottom. So we have, that's good. Those get stacked. Okay. I'm just gonna move these because I also have a shield module hidden underneath this. But you know, flip glitch I told you all about, or showed you. There's another one that we flip glitch, and that's it. The rest of this is all standard, right? Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it this way. I have 2 Deimos companionways, 1 by 1, right? And the Tau ship bed 200 landing bay gets attached to the bottom companionway, right? Because of the way this is laid out, oh yeah, our slim docker, 100 DP slim docker bottom. Of course, when you choose this out of your menu, it'll say top, it'll be flipped this way, but you can flip it to bottom. That goes on the bottom of the very bottom Deimos companionway, right? Companionway on top. And we have Deimos Control Station 2x1 and Deimos Engineering Bay B. Now you all know, I've mentioned this a few times, I love Engineering Bay B. But I want to make sure that this, where my cursor is, that square is lined up pretty much with companionway. So that's going to be our second layer. So I'm not going to place this, but just to give you an idea, whatever. What's red? Oh, I put something the wrong dang way. Yeah, engineering bay is too far back. This has to go. Yep, I'm stupid. I forgot I needed it in the middle of the engineering bay. So now we're going to select all. And that'll work that way. Right? So. Tau ship bed landing bay. 2 Deimos companionways on top of each other. Very bottom companionway, 100 DP, slim docker. Like a T shape with the engineering bay right on top of the top companionway. Deimos 3x1 engineering bay B. In front of that, our Deimos control station 2x1. On top of these, we have a Deimos captain's quarters, companionway, and then an all-in-one berth for the very top. Now this should be sitting like this. And just to be sure, yeah, perfect. That's how that's laid out. Now next to this bottom companionway, Deimos armory. Now it's going to have a hatch toward the back of the hab here. That'll be sticking out there. On this side, Deimos workshop. Boom. Again, it'll have a hatch at the back. Yeah, back here. Because it'll be attached to the companionway here. It looks a bit awkward for a hab layout. But as I was putting this together, I had to make some sacrifices and move some stuff around so that it would make sense, right? So let's see here. All right, so next thing what I did to not glitch a reactor into a grav drive, because I mean you can, I did a build like that with a Hunter Eclipse with, you know, have the reactor on the bottom, one on top, select them both, and then duplicate, right? And it'll drop a reactor inside of your grav drive. I'm not going to do that here. What I did was a reactor, right? Can't go any further, but as far back in between the workshop and the armory as you can. Right in front, Aurora 13G grav drive. Following that, we have an NG20 landing gear 4, which is going to go under one at the front of each of the two habs, workshop and armory. Then we have no NG20 landing gear, of course Nova Galactic. The wide one goes at the back on both. Now we have another NG20 landing gear 4. That's going to go right up here underneath our grav drive. Another wide one is going to go right behind it and right in front of our companionway covering the reactor. Now that's a 104 DS mag inertial reactor. I like that one. I use it all the time. And our Aurora 13G grav drive. Love those. I use them all the dang time. Well, now. Okay. Next up, we have... Oh. Yeah, I did do that first. Nova braking engine port. Drops right there. In the front side of the armory. We have another Nova braking engine, starboard, that's flipped. You can flip these back and forth with Y. That drops into the front side of the workshop. The next part I did was these cowlings. Nova cowling 2L, starboard 4, and port 4. I always start with this one on the bottom. Well, the guns came with it, but that's okay. Now if you take these off, right, instead of going back into your menu and grabbing another one, just highlight it, hit Y, boom, duplicates it up for you, which I like. Saves a lot of time when I'm building stuff. There we go. So one Dragon 251 UV laser toward the front, and one Vanguard Hellfire Autocannon right back here. Now our next cowling, again, that got dropped up here. Vanguard Hellfire is at this attachment point. So they're pretty much like right on top of each other. Alright, same thing over here. Both of these cowlings. Bang. Same weapon layout. So the lasers are right next to each other in the front attachment point. And a Hellfire autocannon at the back attachment point. And that's the same up here. Now the next thing I do is I put my cockpit on. Now attached to that on either side is a Hunter Mag 450 missile launcher. Underneath, another Vanguard Hellfire autocannon. Right? So next I did my shield. Boom, Vanguard Bulwark shield. Right there. I don't like the stock look of this just hanging out like this. Drives me nuts. I hate it. So what I did, pulled out one of these. Now if you remember, I dropped it. Now I click A to pick it up. You hear the lock sound. So Y to flip. Y to flip again. Hit B to cancel. And there it is. Shield is hidden and you got a decent look here. Now same thing for the cowling that was on top. Look like that. Flip it, so bottom 4. Drop it, now I pick it up. It has an attachment point. You hear that noise. Right? Now flip. Flip again. B to cancel. And there it is. It's on. Okay. Next on this layer, we have Bisextant Shield Systems, a 30T hauler cargo hold on both sides, right? So we plop one here, plop one here right behind the Nova cowling, right? Now, I did the top cowlings next because I just wanted symmetry here. I wanted to see what I could do with it. Boom, so our Nova cowling 1L PF. Now if you grab this and you hit right on the D-pad, you can switch to your middle variant, hit right again, and you have a back end variant. So for me, I have port 4 and a port mid. So you notice in the name, Nova cowling 1L PF, port 4, right? Or port front. Hit right on the D-pad, PM, port mid. And then PA, port aft. So definitely pay attention to that. On the other side, same thing. Nova cowling 1L, starboard fore, and starboard bin. Plop those on. Next, at the top here, we have 2 more Nova braking engines, right? Port and starboard. Those drop on right on the Deimos companionway, both sides, right? You have them close here and then further apart out here. All right, next up, we have the Nova radiators. Now these are the wide ones that have to cut out right here. They don't flip, unfortunately. You can't flip them. But one right under the braking engine behind the cargo hold. And the other one, same thing on port side. So, with that being said, this was a doozy here, trying to figure this all out. Hercules DT-160 engines by Panoptis. One goes right over here, attached to the Deimos Armory. And I have another one here, Hercules DT-160. It's attached to the workshop. Alright, next up. We have M40 Ulysses HE3 tanks on either side of the engineering bay and all in one berth. Right behind the braking engines and the radiator. So one over here, the other one, remember you can flip these, so they don't just come out one way. The other one is over here on the opposite side, behind the braking engine on port. Now the fun part was this. I liked this symmetry with these two, kind of giving it a beaked or kind of almost a curved rear. Alright, so anyway, we have a Stroud mid-bracer at the very back, behind our all-in-one berth at the top. So, captain's quarters, companionway, all-in-one berth, mid-bracer. Now, we have 2 of these skinny Nova radiators, right? These things, if you hit Y, you can actually flip them to be port and starboard. I have one on the port side, right? Nova radiator port. I have another one here, Nova radiator starboard. Actually, I think they're closer to here. Then we put on our Hercules DT-160 engines to either side of our Stroud mid-bracer. Right? Done. Yeah, that's... Oh, I better explain that one. Well, let's get done with the ship body cosmetics first. Now we have Nova cowling 2L starboard aft. Now remember, I hit left on D-pad, get the middle one, hit left again, I get the starboard 4. So I'm going to hit right on D-pad. Well, I'm going to hit left on D-pad just because it's easier. Left and right. Just hit left on D-pad, starboard aft, right on D-pad, starboard 4. So we're going with starboard aft. And this is going to go just above our landing bay, right? And another one. Oh, I'm just going to delete it. What I do is highlight it, hit Y to duplicate it, Y again to flip it. So now it's port aft. Drop that right there. All right. Now we have 2 of these Nova cowlings here, each attached at a different point here. Nova cowling 2L. What is B? I guess back aft or bottom aft, actually. This one comes from this guy. Normally you find it and it's like this, right? Ooh. It's top 4, right? So I just hit it, go right, Right on D-pad. Now you have top aft. Now you can hit Y while still selected and flip it. Right? This one's going to go dead center all the way in the back against the companionway. Now another bottom aft cowling. Right? That's going to attach to the back of... Get there. Come on now. Deimos Engineering Bay. I have it highlighted right now. Whoop. There we go. Now we're done with that. Okay. Now we have Nova Cowling 1L port aft. Remember, we have these same ones at the top. Right? Up here. You just switch the variant. Right on D-pad, we have port 4. Right on D-pad, port mid. Right on D-pad, port aft. These I put on either side of the landing bay. I didn't want to leave this box just hanging out there, you know. Done. Now, highlight the whole thing. I'm going to drag it over. Okay, best I can. Now, for this, Deimos Spine A4. It's gonna go right there. Deimos Radiator is gonna go right behind it. Deimos Spine C, which has, well, here. That goes right behind the radiator with Dragon 251 UV laser on both sides, left and right. Dead center, Vanguard Hellfire Autocannon. Oh, we have another Nova Deimos radiator. Jeez, I'm in Nova mode. That goes right behind that Spine C. Now, we have two Deimos Spine Bs. Back to back. Boom. Drop that right there. Starting to see some good military style shape here. Now for the final piece. Deimos Tail A. Now the fun part about this, it has two attachment points on the top and the back. So you can add weapons or whatever else to this. For me, I chose two more of the Hunter Mag 450 missiles. But that's just me. You can put whatever you want back there or on this ship in total. But look at that. All those pretty weapons and braking engines. It looks like a combat ship in space. But that is the ship. The only thing we did was with the cowlings here. And on the bottom was the flip thing. So take it off, drop it, pick it up. You hear the noise. Y to flip. Y to flip again, B to cancel. Now notice, even with all these weapons, 6 Vanguard Hellfire Autocannons, right? 4 Dragon 251 UV lasers, 2 at the top, 2 down here. And we have 4 Hunter Mag 450 missile launchers, 2 attached to the cockpit, 2 attached to the very back tail. Now, it's time to give you all a walkthrough of the interior of this bad boy.
Free soon. Could we talk?
No, not yet. We'll get there once this is all over. Boom. Rear loading landing bay access to this.
I find the interior of this ship comforting.
All right, now
I have
we load into
things I
one
wish
by
to
one.
discuss with you
Leave me alone, Andresia.
when you have time.
You load into a one by one. So we go up to our next level here. This is a straight up ladder, right? You can tell by the way I designed it. 2 companionways, engineering bay, another companionway. Now,
Looking swell
wait.
today, Cap.
Oh, this is my other playthrough. My 17th time going through the Unity. I sided with the pirates. You two are in my
Our
way.
ship is way bigger
You know
than
what?
that.
We're gonna go right. Right. So here's gonna be our workshop. Deimos.
Got some new orders for me?
I choose either Stroud or Deimos because the research lab is in the workstation. I don't have to have a science lab and go running around everywhere looking for it. Just
there.
mean, watch out. God, get out of my way. Okay. So as we jump up the ladder, we go left. Oh, Barrett's still alive.
Hello,
My other playthrough, he died. Anyway, go to the left. Here's our Deimos armory. I mean, you could switch this up. You could probably put a Nova Galactic armory in here to where like normally you'd walk into it. And there'll be two mannequins, one here and one here. Deimos doesn't have that. I don't know. I just like the whole
Any day you make
funness of
victory in my book.
Christ, Stroud, Eklund, and Deimos. So we're gonna go up, see if I can jump. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go this way. As soon as you grab that ledge, you can start jumping up. Anyway, we come straight up into our engineering bay. B. By Deimos. Now again, I designed this specifically to be a military style ship. Although I may get this all wrong, you don't really need all these habs and all this bulk on it, but I just like to have something to run around in, get everything done. Okay, so from our engineering bay B into our control station, right? Right there is the Nova cockpit. Should put a Deimos one on there because that might look cool too. Anyway, I'm gonna go up to our next level. A little jerky jerk. Get up there, lad. Oh, hell. Alright, very last level here. You load into, remember, a companionway. Behind us should be our all-in-one berth. Yep. Bada bing, bada boom. 1, 2, 3, 4 beds in this thing. Look at that. Look at that. Remember, you can use the galley. Look at the sink, you can cook. We're gonna go forward through the companionway. Deimos, Captain's Quarters. I like that neon sign. I think Hope Tech, Stroud, and Deimos have that kind of thing. And here's our navigation console. Go forward. This is very clean. I like this. Stroud is a bit cleaner, but you know, for the sake of role playing, this is what we did with it. I'm gonna go down now. Through our engineering bay. Through our control station. Into our wobbly little cockpit. I mean, I guess I did Nova Galactic to... No, it's like the same floor almost. Oh, it's fine. Let's hop into our pilot seat and take it for a spin in the Serpentis. Oh, I forgot I'm wearing the pirate charger suit. Yeah. Should actually build this on my other playthrough.
Lift off
But
looks good, or systems not?
build so many ships, I don't know. I might need to do like a whole nother playthrough. I'll do a third set of ships. I don't know. It's just crazy. Just keep coming up with
We're
things.
in orbit. What next?
Alright, here we are. Is there any light source where I can get you all a better view from this? That's fine. Whatever. Let's see. 216, 217, 218. Cruising speed. See where we end up here. 5, 6, 7. Already in the 800s. 816 was max for boost. Alright, so I head out to Serpentis. Oh, we're gonna murder some stuff. Well, oh, I can't say that. Well, we're gonna, you know, take some stuff down. Oh, I said that word. YouTube could flag it. Be like, nope, violent language. Time to go. I'll cut you down a little bit.
Daring voyage of the oceans of space.
Alright, let's see in photo mode if I can get you. Oh, forget the controls are a bit different. Look at that. Look at that beast. Look at that beast. Look at this thing. I know the lens is going to have like a little bit of flare to it or make it look wider than it actually is. But I'm impressed with how this came out. Didn't really have to glitch anything except for like I said, the 2 front cowlings. That's it. Oh, let's get out of get out of scanner mode. Are you serious right now? Jeez. I'm actually impressed with this. I'm not looking at their level, I'm just fighting. Pretty nice so far. Even though like I don't have full power in the weapons, it's still beautiful. Now, do we have... Yeah. Oh, there's 2 sets of hostile activity. We're going to do both of them, and then we're going to jump off. That build went pretty quick. We're only 31 minutes, so we can definitely get away with 2 hostile activities here. Right back on the engines. When are you going to turn red? When are you going to turn red? When are you going to... There we go. Okay, they're only level 16, so that's why we're just demolishing them. In this playthrough, I'm like level 130 something. Okay, gone. That was... Well. Alright, let's go to our next activity while we're here. Go rip this apart. Now again, I'm going to tell you all, I'm not using any mods. I had the one batch file for AT ship to have all ship parts that you have unlocked and will unlock at New Atlanta Ship Technician. You run that once in console, don't run it again, and the achievement enabler. I am not running any other type of whatever might be out there. Not my style. Oh, that one's almost like... Oh, level 26. That it? That's all we got? Whoa. Bang, bang, baby. Well, we're going to do this. I'll leave you off with this little bit of a 3D tour here. But it's been a pleasure. And I want to thank you all for stopping by and checking these out. If you have any other better suggestions for a build, let me know. Just that those cowlings for Nova and that cockpit do not look good. With the cockpit just bare by itself, it just looks stupid to me. But definitely let me know what you think in the comments. And thank you all again for stopping by and checking this out. So stay tuned. You know, I keep banging these out, so keep an eye out. And I'll catch you all on the next one. Alright. Later.